He was an active duty soldier for over 40 years, a special operator for 37 years, and an Army aviator for over 30 years. CW5 Daniel R. Jollota has done it all. He's been assigned to every Army Special Operations aviation unit that exists and has accumulated over 8,000 flight hours with 3,500 night vision goggle hours during campaigns from Just Cause through Inherent Resolve. CW5 Daniel Jollota was born in Detroit in 1957 and joined the Army in 1976, initially as an MP and later as a combat engineer. After assignments to Korea and Fort Belvoir, he attended the Special Forces Qualification Course and was assigned to 1st Battalion, 10th Special Forces Group in Bad Tolst, Germany, as a Special Forces demolition expert. Just a few years later, in 1981, while serving as a demonstration parachutist with the United States Army Golden Knights at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, Dan really developed his passion for Army aviation. In 1987, after promotion to Sergeant First Class, he was notified of his acceptance to flight school as a warrant officer candidate and became qualified in the UH-60 Black Hawk. After a second tour in Korea, this time as an aviator, CW5 Jollota was assigned to the 617th Special Operations Aviation Detachment in Fort Kobe, Panama, where he participated in his first combat action during Operation Just Cause. During this operation, he was chosen as lead pilot, taking a single MH-60 to the western area of Panama to support U.S. Navy SEAL and Special Forces teams conducting small team tactics for 30 days in a remote area. In 1990, he was assigned to D Company, 1st Battalion, 160th SOAR, where he served for the next 6 years. In this assignment, he flew assault and attack missions in support of National Command Authority directives and highly trained Special Operations Ground Forces. He achieved instructor, standardization pilot, and flight lead status in the MH-60 Defensive Armed Penetrator and deployed in support of operations in EUCOM and AFRICOM, including Operation Restore Hope and Gothic Serpent in Mogadishu, Somalia. Piloting Super 6-8, a search and rescue helicopter, during the Battle of Mogadishu, Jollota arrived at the site of the first downed Black Hawk to deploy the search and rescue team. As the team slid down the fast ropes, Super 6-8 was hit by a rocket-propelled grenade. Despite major damage to his aircraft, Jollota calmly remained at a hover on site until all personnel were off the ropes and on the ground. He and his crew then flew the crippled aircraft back to base, a task described in the book Black Hawk Down as, quote, maneuvering a truck on a sheet of ice, end quote. After quickly retrofitting a new helicopter with search and rescue equipment, Jollota spent the next 18 consecutive hours searching for the crew members of the second downed Black Hawk. Over the following 11 days, Dan helped develop new personnel recovery procedures while trying to locate CW4 Mike Durant, held by enemy forces. These innovative procedures marked the advent of Special Operation Aviation's search and rescue tactics, techniques, and procedures, TTPs, that would impact Special Operations Aviation Forces for all future operations, even to this day. For the 160th, he took part in the planning for the liberation of Haiti, swiftly putting 60 helicopters on the USS America, the first time that U.S. Army combat operations were planned to deploy off a carrier. In 1995, in Bosnia, he flew missions hunting for war criminals, part of the lead force that captured the Bosnia Serb Stefan Todorovic, who was later sentenced to 10 years in prison. He next assessed for and was assigned to a highly classified special mission unit where he served for 10 years, deploying to many countries, including Bosnia, Afghanistan, and Iraq. From 2006 until 2010, he was hand-picked to command the 2nd Aviation Flight Detachment, providing rotary and fixed-wing support to the United States Military Academy at West Point. He provided aviation mentorship to Academy cadets through his professional development sessions and personal advice, and he integrated the new LUH-72 Lakota helicopter 5 years ahead of schedule. Following this tour, he was assigned to another aviation special mission unit as a fixed-wing aviator specializing in intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, and became the unit's first Command Chief Warrant Officer. In the words of another Special Operations aviator, quote, "I found it quite remarkable that Dan would join the Special Mission Unit at the age of 53 with 34 years in the Army and complete the assessment and train-up at the top of his class, physically and mentally," end quote. In 2016, CW5 Jollota retired from active duty. Dan's military awards include the Distinguished Service Medal, the Legion of Merit, the Distinguished Flying Cross, the Bronze Star with 1 oak leaf, the Defense Meritorious Service Medal with 2 oak leaf clusters, and 3 air medals. Beyond the citations for his medals, additional acknowledgement was made by General Austin Scott Miller, Commander, Resolute Support, who stated, quote, "There is a bond between the aviator and the men in the back of his aircraft, the men the aviator sets on the ground. These men know if they get in trouble, the aviator is there for them." Dan Jollota exemplifies that trust. At Mogadishu that day, they said, "Hey Dan, thanks for holding the aircraft." But of course they knew he would. Throughout his military career, Dan has always been there, has always given of himself to the utmost, end quote. For his professionalism, his physical and mental toughness, his teamwork, his tenacity, and his commitment to never leave a fallen comrade, please welcome to the Army Aviation Hall of Fame, CW5, Daniel R. Jollota.